No, it's like,
set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. On the return,
fuck the world. Yeah. I gotta keep it together, ain't no tweaking now. I gotta pull it together, ain't no holding now. We gotta do this together, ain't no holding on by myself. Yeah, we gotta pull it together. We gotta do this together.
Aaron Donald.
Maybe it's time to take a turn, cause in the interest of all, they got the problem solved in the
I'm the big man of the drink.
Hey, oh, hey.
I feel like Nick Cannon, cause I'm wildin' out. I don't got on bands, but bitch, I'm off the wall. Feel like Nick Cannon, cause I'm wildin' out. I don't got on bands, but bitch, I'm off the wall. I said like insect, I be bugging, motherfucker. Fuck on your mommy, my flow be sick like that. Big got a bummy, I ride like a gummy. Insect, I be bugging, motherfucker. Fuck on your mommy, my flow be sick like that. Big got a bummy, I ride like a gummy. When I did that bitch, says he see Jesus, so some rap shit, throw my balls at the Pokemon and catch some shit, cause I fly like a new baby on that wing. Me and this Mike is your Mortal Kombat team. I want some head up thinking on some beast thing. Beaming up pistol look like I do kin. Like Mayday. Tell the pussy rappers that it's time to vacate. Rob your lady. Told her put her hands up high in the air like she about to hit the nay-nay. They say I'm cook. Can't control a nigga like we shooting from the AK. But they give me wrong cause I'm a walking reason payday. How they buying swank, say the nigga got the Ray-Bans. Get away. Better do you a do way. Fade away. You sipping Haterade, I'm sipping Gatorade with a lean in and then I call it a fade away. Fuck up on my dick. I think I'm a pilot, cause she in my cockpit. Pop it, get face like I Skype. Then I ate that like rocket. Rockin' in my motherfucker's pocket, rockin' in my motherfucker. I feel like Nick Cannon, cause I'm wildin' out. I don't got on bands, but bitch, I'm off the wall. Feel like Nick Cannon, cause I'm wildin' out. I don't got on bands, but bitch, I'm off the wall. I said like insect, I be bugging, motherfucker.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
The Atomics.
Alright, now look at 56.
I cannot love on the fever. That is a dub, I don't need her. I hit a once and I leave her. Throwing my phone to the leaves. My keys don't know what it means. Yeah, I surrender my hands up. At least I admit it. I do not have all the answers, and I gotta say it. They're getting this time, babe. And I ain't no shit over John, babe. I'm just a moving rock, babe. I was thinking that you ride with me. But I'm riding, babe. Alien to be some mommy, babe. Jump inside the water, ride, babe. Yeah. Up to no goodie, I put on my hoodie. Got sick of my jealous, got rid of the Chewy. And I'm on a private jet getting some pussy. Jibanchi, my luggage is Louis. Don't wanna stress you, no baby. I just wanna sex you and dress you. Don't wanna caress you. Don't wanna tell you I love you if I do not mean it. Them niggas will say that to hit you.
I love you, I hate you, I don't want you back now.
Go through some things that you cannot take back now.
I reach out to people who don't reach me back now.
I need you, it's too late, I'm back now. I splashed out, and you backed out, the mag now.
sat down.
I love my life more than I love my lifestyle.
I love my ice, how it shine even when the lights out. She put my lights out, but I swear no, I cannot love on no skeezer.
That is a dub, I don't need her. I hit her once and I leave her. Phone on my phone for no reason. I cheated on you with a dancer. Okay, I surrender my hands up. At least I admit it, I'm in love. I do not have all the answers, and I gotta stay with the 90s days. Decisions that get niggas high these days, and I ain't not with all the drama, ayy. Poppin' just for moving wacky, ayy. Hobbits niggas get me wildin', ayy. You sleeping on me, but I'm wide awake. Eliante brings tsunamis, ayy. Jump inside the water, ride away. Like how you move, same way I do. 5,000 on shoes, I might act a fool.
I'm stuck like I'm glued. I like sex and twos. I spy with my third eye on you.
I spy. You know I gotta stay 10 toes. I ball like LaMelo and Lonzo. I started off with Kenzo. Bitches put me in the friend zone. She had my heart, it was real cold. I took it back cause the bitch stole. And you never know what a bitch knows. I can't be loving her, oh. I cannot love her, no skeezer. That is a dub, I don't need her. I hit her once and I leave her. Blow on my phone for no reason. I cheated on you with a dancer. Okay, I surrender my hands up. At least I admit it, I'm in love. I do not have all the answers, and I gotta stay with the 90s days. Decisions that get niggas lying these days, and I ain't not with all the drama, ayy. Poppin' just for moving wacky, ayy. Hobbits niggas get me wildin', ayy. You sleeping on me, but I'm wide awake. Eliante brings tsunamis, ayy. Jump inside the water, ride away. Like how you move, same way I do. 5,000 on shoes, I might act a fool.
And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Head & Shoulders presents Good Scratch, Bad Scratch. DJing at the hottest club in town? Good Scratch. Scratching your itchy scalp during an important job interview?
We'll let you know.
Ugh, Bad Scratch. Don't flake it, make it. Head & Shoulders shampoo cleans and removes buildup from your scalp. For up to 100% flake-free hair, shop Head & Shoulders. Each associated with dandruff with regular use.
I wanna make it with the people that was there from the start. I don't need no new people, they gon' tear me apart. You can't shine with me now, you left me stuck in the dark. Strictly business nowadays, I got no time for your heart. Wanna make it with the people that was there from the start. I don't need no new people, they gon' tear me apart. You can't shine with me now, you left me stuck in the dark. Strictly business nowadays, I got no time for your heart. Running bands up with my bros, we be getting the dough. I ain't worried about these hoes, keep my head on my goals. We was riding down the street, making plays at the post. I can't even sit and count all the grams that I sold. Young nigga made a way, now they hate that we win. Try to stop me, I ain't cocky, you ain't boxing me in. I got bitches say they love me and they still got a man. I stay focused, never fold this shit, a part of my plan. I wanna make it with the people that was there from the start. I don't need no new people, they gon' tear me apart. You can't shine with me now, you left me stuck in the dark. Strictly business nowadays, I got no time for your heart. Wanna make it with the people that was there from the start. I don't need no new people, they gon' tear me apart. You can't shine with me now, you left me stuck in the dark. Strictly business nowadays, I got no time for your heart. I made my own wave, I'm with your boo thing. She having mood swings, she need a mood ring. The boss she know I be, so run it up with me. I got the recipe, make you hit melodies. Get high and feel the breeze, I know it's feeling nice. You wanna live this life because it's feeling right. And when I'm feeling down, will you still be around? Or will you shut me down, grab the gun and load around? I wanna make it with the people that was there from the start. I don't need no new people, they gon' tear me apart. You can't shine with me, now you left me stuck in the dark. Strictly business nowadays, I got no time for your heart. Wanna make it with the people that was there from the start. I don't need no new people, they gon' tear me apart. You can't shine with me, now you left me stuck in the dark. Strictly business nowadays, I got no time for your heart. Ay. Ay, I got no time for your heart. Yeah. I got no time for your heart. Yeah. Got no time for your heart. Yeah. Ay, I got no time for your heart. Yeah. I got no time for your heart. Yeah. I got no time for your heart. Yeah. I got no time for your heart. Yeah.
Hey, yo, who, bitch, hey, sauce, flesh, wet in the flesh. Hey, how was you feeling, bro? Feeling like the 4, I feel fantastic. Which one would you be, though? Mr. Fantastic, cause of money like elastic. Burberry trench coat, you smoke a oregano, I'm smoking on the cat. Yes, I'ma be real, you know, when I win my dick out, she said too big, got that map. Yes, how was you feeling, bro? Feeling like the 4, I feel fantastic. Which one would you be, though? Mr. Fantastic.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned.
Cause of money like elastic. Burberry trench coat, you smoke a oregano, I'm smoking on the cat. Yes, I'ma be real, you know, when I'm with my dick out, she said too big, got a map. Hey, wanted that pussy like Baptist. Too far, my sauce need an atlas. Her pussy hungry and starving, so my dick get what I use is a damn cat. Rap game on faster than fast, so be real, all these niggas, I might overlap them. Never mind, I done might cap them. Just like a taser, I zap them. Shock, I fuck a bitch in the dark,
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Down!
Out of the gun, Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Mario Addison able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Attention shifting back to Carolina as they come onto the field, and you talked about it earlier. They started 6-2. Everything was looking good. Then 7 losses in a row in 2018. Besides Cam Newton retooling and not maybe running as much, what else needs to happen in Carolina?
They have to start with Cam Newton and his running because they've wanted him to run the ball less in recent years. But what's that expression that Cam used? A lion's got to roar. Running the football is a part of me, and it allows him to feel like he's part of the game. Well, they've got to be more judicious about that. He just has to get healthy because he was throwing the football better than he ever had in his career. But I do think the injury changed everything for Carolina because when he couldn't make the throws necessary, it really hurt them moving the ball downfield and put a lot of pressure on their defense.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Let's do something.
Here's Newton. Get to Thomas. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he goes into Funchess complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw, Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Back to throw, Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 107 catches in NFL record for a running back. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. tough yards. They run it with their fullback. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half? 3-0 New England. Steven Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the third team to win the year after losing a Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Well, Charles, it feels like Lamar Miller's been around the NFL forever, but he's still just going to turn 28 in April. This past year, though, 973 rushing yards, good for 12th in the league.
And you know that he's capable of being a 1,000-yard runner year in and year out, save for some injuries and maybe utilizing the pass game a little bit more in Houston. 4.6 yards per carry is a healthy number, and that was his highest since 2014 when he was with the Miami Dolphins.
A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, 2nd major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Freind, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Freind, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Dunn forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. But the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time that 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the 2 of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5, yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and end up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did it twice. Houston did it once.
But as you said several times, hard for Houston to be completely disappointed with the ending. They have a lot to build on for next year. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down, setting up the screen for Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And this will be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, If you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Down! Blue 80! Blue 80! Come back!
Throwing again is Watson. Looking deep for Demarius. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Demarius Thomas, 47 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this is now a one-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson over the middle. It's Thomas. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. Final shot before the break. Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On first and 10, Watson looking left side and has got a man. It's Thomas. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. From the right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he
rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
Well, there have been stories of teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Newton now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Newton on third and goal. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Watson, operating from the gun. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Mario Addison getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Down! Green the line! Green the line!
From the end zone, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Newton, flushed out right. Open space inside the 10, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw is Newton. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess from 10 yards out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. You know, the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Gets past 1 man. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Watson on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Richmond.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Watson. Fighting through pressure. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now it's Watson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Richmond!
Watson now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for fourth down.
Black 22! Black 22!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will have a touchdown. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Clock still rolling here at 4th down.
Yeah, they got to remember they cannot spike it. 4th down, as you noted.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Down! Green, down! Green!
Watson. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.